Her laugh hit me like a slap, sharp, wrong, intimate in a way it hadn't been with me for months. I felt it before I understood it, a cold current running under my ribs as I watched her tilt her head toward him, eyes bright, lips parted in that soft smile she used to save only for me. For a heartbeat, the crowded bar dissolved. It was just her, him, and the sudden, nauseating realization that I'd become invisible. I didn't storm in or shout. I just stood there, frozen at the entrance, hand still on the door handle as if stopping it from closing would somehow stop the world from doing the same. She didn't see me. She didn't even glance around. She leaned closer to him, brushing a strand of hair behind her ear the way she did when she wanted to be seen, wanted to be wanted. My pulse hammered in my ears. I could taste metal on my tongue, the kind that comes right before heartbreak or violence, and somehow I couldn't tell which one I was leaning toward. I stepped forward, weaving through tables, each one blurring as my thoughts swung wildly. She's just being friendly. He must be a coworker. I'm overreacting. I haven't slept well. She would never, right? But the closer I got, the more the certainty of something broken tightened around my throat. Her body angled toward him. His hand ghosted near hers on the table. And when he murmured something too low for me to hear, she smiled, soft, slow, familiar. Devastating. I stopped just before reaching them. My breath felt too loud. A couple beside me laughed at something unrelated, but it sounded warped, like background noise in a movie right before the scene explodes. I didn't want to cause a scene. I didn't even know what the scene was. I only knew that something inside me was collapsing in real time. It wasn't until she finally looked up and saw me that her smile dropped. Not in guilt, not in fear, no, something worse. Surprise. The kind that said, "Why are you here, Evan?" She stood quickly, as if to block my view of him, but it was too late. He was already staring at me with an expression I couldn't decipher. Pity, maybe. Or confidence. "I came to walk you home," I said, voice steady even though my hands were shaking. "You weren't answering my texts." Her eyes flickered. I didn't see them. A lie. I knew it. She knew it. Even the stranger knew it. The man cleared his throat politely. "Should I give you 2 minutes?" I felt her panic then, subtle but unmistakable. She didn't want him to leave. She didn't want this moment to happen. My stomach twisted. "No," I said. "Actually, stay. I'd like to understand what's going on." She exhaled sharply. "Evan, don't do this. Please." "Do what?" "Ask why you look at him the way you stopped looking at me." Her eyes softened, not lovingly, but apologetically. The kind of apology that tells you the truth is already decided. "It's not what you think," she said, and I almost laughed because that line always means it's exactly what you think. But then he spoke, quietly, carefully. "He deserves to know." She turned on him. "Not here. Not like this." My breath caught. The room seemed to tilt. "What do I deserve to know?" I whispered. She hesitated for a long, agonizing moment. Then her shoulders collapsed. "Evan, I'm leaving. I wasn't going to tell you tonight, but I'm moving out." Her voice cracked. "I haven't been happy for a long time." My heart didn't break, it shattered, sharp edges slicing through every memory we'd ever built. But before I could respond, the man added something that froze my blood solid. "She's not leaving for me," he said. "She's leaving for herself, and for the child." I blinked. "Child?" She closed her eyes. "I'm pregnant." My legs nearly gave out. "And it's not mine." She didn't answer. She didn't have to. I walked out before the world could collapse on top of me, not because I wanted to leave her forever, but because, in that moment, it hit me with brutal clarity. She already had.